Hey guys, I'm back again. I'm going to tell you about my experiences at art school. It's not really a how-to or tips for going to art school, but maybe I'll provide some at the end. But this is for the most part just about my experience, and it was mostly good. I thought, there were tons. There were like different workshops, as you expect. I was in the painting workshop. I was actually surprised I got in, but there we go. Yeah, it was mostly good. A lot of the I thought my lecturers were pretty knowledgeable, as one would expect. I actually went to the ANU School of Art, in case anyone notices that. Didn't know that's a high. It's one of the high colleges or universities to go. I don't know how it is now, but I mostly did painting and drawing. That was the workshop. I don't call it a workshop or department I got into, but and another thing I found cool about it was people. Lots of eccentrics, but mostly good people I know. And sometimes people from other departments would talk to each other. It was pretty open. And we started foundations, and I had a lecturer from sculpture, and he was quite fun. But I did mainly painting as my major, and for a while I think I got used to it, but I also thought maybe I'd like to just find some other area of growth other than painting. I thought I'd go over to print media, which I was able to successfully get in, although there were challenges, as I would come to find out. Each department has its own level of technical requirements. There were, for print media, it was the screen printing machines and etching, the etching room with all the acids. There's a whole process of making and etching and stuff I won't go into, but as I have found, as I went over to print media from painting, I found they were halfway through learning how to use etching, and I had only just come in the middle of it, so it was alright, but I did get banned for one bad experience. I thought I was doing good for a while, but I left out the paint after a critique, so I had a talk with the lecturer, and they said I shouldn't do it anymore and instead do lithography, which I did, which is another form of printing where you print on a stone, and with special ink that repels off the stone. It's really cool. And you can also, unlike etching, it's you can do a lot more gradation and pencil marks other than whereas etching, it's more solid, dark, contrasting lines. It has that particular, it has that texture when it's an etching. But otherwise, lithography is more softer, I thought, and it was cool, easy to learn. So those are some of my issues. Oh, I mean, uh, like experiences in the workshop. The environment was quite different. I don't know. I think it was more in that workshop. It was more critical up in that point. So because I was like in my second year, and we were more focused on our majors at that point. And when I went to print media, I discovered critiques, and our assignments involved making a body of work exploring one theme. And in the third year, we could come up with our own little theme if we wanted to. And it's been a while, but I started to at one point like lose self-esteem, and because I don't know, it ended up making me make work that at the time I didn't feel authentic about. You know what I mean? Like, not it's like work that I currently do a lot different now than it was then. I mean, at times I wanted to show that I learned a lot about the types of printing, or I wanted to like show do everything, but I didn't really feel I had substance to what I was saying. But I know. I was under the impression I was a victim of my own like self-esteem issues and anxiety. I ended up I didn't really seek help from a counselor at that point, only until the like grading session. So yeah, if you're gonna have like issues like that, you can always talk to your friends or like your lecturers to see what they can do. But yeah, I think it's important that like you have an idea of what you might like to do when you go to art school. There are the benefits I should highlight, but in the positives of going are that there's the big industry. I mean, you get industry insights of like what kind of jobs are available, what kind of positions are at do you want to be a masters in art, or like teacher in some like third world country, I don't know, but yeah, and there's a tight-knit community around, so it's important that you kind of make friends in a way, and I think you can benefit from having those connections in your career. If you want to go to art school, I'd say see if you can afford like the loans and see if you can pay them back. Yeah, like I said, career, it's good to meet and connect with people who have similar interests as you. And it's okay to change your mind at times, which I did. I don't really regret it. It's not a really healthy thing to just dwell on the past all the time, but I enjoyed the people. I met some really passionate people there, and it's okay to do different things, because when I look back, I knew how liberating it was, in a sense. All those white walls and all the like fascinating like lectures I'd go to, and it was, yeah, the community was really encouraging for experimentation. I just didn't have a lot of self-esteem back then, so I don't know what else to say about it. I think it gave some tips, but the other cool thing was sometimes, like we went to Indonesia at one point to check out the print workshops there and galleries, and That was a new experience. But yeah. As you'll see, I'm currently doing a speed paint of Chun-Li and Zangief, because me and my friend played Street Fighter on the Nintendo SNES Classic, and it was we figured out our mains. He figured out his main was Zangief. But I like Chun-Li, so this is how this piece came to be. There's two versions, one where I like Chun-Li beating Zangief, and Zangief like doing a wrestling move on Chun-Li. But yeah, that's, to sum up, I'd say art school was a fun time, I think, and I enjoyed most of the work when I did it. And didn't worry about things, That's why I like some art. I like art in general. It's a good pastime, and it's, even if it doesn't always make money, it's fun. It's fun to meet people with similar interests as you, especially surrounding an environment like that. As long as you're willing to learn and be open, not with just new information, but with yourself, I think it's good. But yeah, that's the advice I'd give. So anyway, thanks for sticking around, and I'll talk to you guys next time for whatever topic. And so if you enjoyed this video, leave a like and subscribe. Thanks very much. See ya.